Hello, world. This is Talkin Live, and we want to talk about the flood in Texas.
Now, let's get ready. You are Talkin Live with Lamar Bearden.
Welcome back to Talkin Live, and we would like for all of you to let everybody know, share this program, and it's going to be sad about what's happening in Texas. Now, we got a song, a friend of mine wrote a song for the people in Texas, and we're going to play it now. So Google, we got the copyrights, we got the permission, so yeah, we go through that when we play certain music. We have to make sure the copyright's okay. So, but we do have permission by him. He wrote the song about the Texas flood, and I'm thinking, and it mostly writing about the children that perished. And I understand there's about 130 or something more, even more than what that number was. I just looked on my phone and I was looking it up. Quite a few people lost their lives, and they're still finding people that are buried in the mud, buried in the water, in the wire, hung in the trees. And, and I noticed there's some horses that was running through the water. It's a shame that all the animals had to suffer too. It's something that we have no control of. And it's to the point today we seem to have a lot of disasters going on. But I want you to, concentrate on the show today, and I want you to let everyone know, and we will play this on one of our 7 o'clock shows. Also, we'd like to let you know that we're trying to get schedules together to let everybody know when we're going to do a show on TikTok. We're also making plans to do a show in the morning, a talk show in Chattanooga, so that people can call in. I'm working on so many different things, and I have the other issue going in China and all this stuff that I'm doing to try to promote pumpkins pet beds, and of course my fashion design. And but it's so sad about Texas, and we want you to listen to this song right now.
I do not understand the way that things have gone. God took you to heaven and left me here alone. I know that your love is with me every night and day. I can feel your presence, although you've gone away. You must have a great reward for all the love you have shown. I'm sure that your mansion is close to God's throne. I'm sure that you must be God's most beautiful flower, singing praises to him in his heavenly choir. Never again will you know any pain or sorrow, and you will always have a never-ending tomorrow. I know that you are strolling
I can hear you, that's all.
down heaven's golden lane, where I know that I'll find you when we meet again.
Jeff, you was trying to tell me something. I couldn't hear you with the phone.
That we have some people on TikTok talking about if it was real, God could control it.
If it was real. Well, it was real.
It's real. It's just,
Well, God, yeah, well, just to let you know, people, we don't make the calls for what God lets happen. It's not up to us for what's going to happen. It's not up to me if I'm going to live the next second here. That's your problem, see. You people that don't, you blame God for, you don't pray, you don't see God. This nation has forsaken God. And that's why things is happening. You stand for stuff like homosexuality. You stand for transgender. You stand for partying, drinking, and committing adultery, and all the things that's going on in America. That's why these things are happening today. And these little children that lost their lives, I guarantee you they're with Jesus right now. And I'll tell you what, they're a lot better off than you are, because you don't accept the fact that this country has turned their back on God. That's what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what happened to Noah. That's what in the days of Noah, the flood. All these things happened because people got this idea they're above God and they're stronger than God. Like our politicians, like our cities or counties. Okay, sell beer, sell marijuana. It's okay. It's okay. Get that tax dollar. That's why you got all these troubles coming on America. And I'll tell you what, there's worse things coming too, buddy. And I know I read the Bible. You read the Bible, you'll find out that we were warned of this kind of stuff. And these children lost their lives. And it seems like it's an awful thing, which it is to the parents and the people that had the loss. The songs about the loss of people. The songs about how terrible it is. Instead of repenting and calling on God and asking God to comfort the people with the loss, you don't do that. You deny Him. You deny the Father, you deny the Son. People deny the Son. They say that Jesus is God and God is Jesus and all this. You deny the whole scriptures, all the scriptures. And that's why this happens. You have no fear of God. A nation that turns their back on God shall be turned to hell. That's what the Bible said. That forgets God will be turned to hell. That's what He says. You see the division among all the people in the countries today. You see the division, the chaos, the rioting, the perverted stuff that's going on and doing little children wrong and abusing them. That's why that this world's in a shape. You forgot God and you don't fear Him. So getting back to these little lost children and all of this devastation, it happened because it happened. Jesus Christ didn't promise us heaven on earth. He promised us heaven in heaven. He promised us if we'd turn from our wicked ways, then God would hear from heaven and heal our land. That's what He said. If you repent and turn from your wicked ways, He would hear and He would hear from heaven and heal our land. We cannot think like God. We don't think like God. We don't see the future like God. We don't know the future like God does. But I know from a fact, from Genesis to Revelation, there is a God. From Genesis to Revelation, there is a judgment. And God's the one that gives them out. I don't. You don't. You don't decide who's a Christian, who's not a Christian. He knows by the action, your action, my action, were you a Christian or not. He looks in the heart and He knows the intents of the heart. He knows the thoughts in your head. And so you blame God for a flood. Well, God can take the blame. He let it happen. He didn't make it happen. He let it happen. See, that's the thing you don't understand. A tornado comes, the people that don't get killed in that bad tornado is the one he protected. The one that died, he didn't, because maybe their time was come. God's got us on a schedule. We don't have him on. He knows when to help us and when to pour his wrath on us if we don't do what he said. But it's a shame to all these people that were lost in this flood. We got some new equipment in here. The people that were lost, and, do what you can for the ones that are alive. You can't help the ones that perish and have died. If it happens here, if it happens anywhere in the world, it's still, the world is coming to a close as we know it because of wickedness. See, people say, there's no Lord, there's no this or no that. But if there's no God, why did you blame it on him for? If there's no God, why do you, when you get in trouble, you call on him? So many people, I heard a little boy say, Jesus help me. And the flood washed him away. But he left that body when he died. He went to be with the Lord. He's better off than he was here. But we have to take that loss as it is. I don't want none of my family to die. I don't want none of them to be sick. I don't want none of my friends, my enemies, none of them to be sick or to die unprepared. These people out there, it happened just like it happened in the Carolinas. The flood came, and nobody was ready for it. The biggest flood's coming, and we ain't going to be ready for it if we ain't careful. But I'm hoping that our government will get down there and help these people out. We will be able to bring food in, water and stuff to help these people out in Texas. They had another big rainstorm. I don't know why things like this happen. I just know that I'd have to accept what happens in life. Play a commercial there. I think he wants to play.
Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Canine Fashions. I have paw-picked my new line of dog beds. Each one delivers bold, stylish looks that make your pup stand out from the pack. With thoughtfully designed apparel and accessories, my people bring personality and flair to every tail wag. Go ahead. Treat your pup to one today. Order now at pumpkincaninefashion.com. That's pumpkincaninefashion.com.
Tune into The Frugal Gourmet, the timeless culinary classic that brings elegance to your table without breaking the bank. Jeff Smith, the original master of budget-friendly cooking, shares recipes, tips, and a whole lot of heart. From savory suppers to decadent desserts, you'll learn how to create meals that taste gourmet without the gourmet price tag. Now airing weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Timeless Classics TV. Don't miss your chance to rediscover the art of frugal yet fabulous cooking.
Stand out with our exclusive backpack, proudly showcasing the one-of-a-kind Lamar Fashions logo, blending style and distinction into every design. Available in white or black, our backpack is lightweight and comfortable for your optimal comfort and shoulder fit. The main pocket inside can store daily necessities and contains a protective sleeve to hold your laptop along with interior pockets for storing valuables. With its classic shape, this backpack is perfect for business travel, laptop soft case, or luggage bag for short trips, and will make a great gift for any age group. The two exterior side pockets can hold your water bottles or your mobile phone. Order yours today in black or white at surplusproductsforyou.com. That's surplusproductsforyou.com.
One of the many benefits of working with us is that we will work with you on contract and sell assets for you at a percentage depending on the product. Asset brokerage will sell it on site and send someone to inspect it, move it, whatever you need for when your assets are approved for purchase. All items will be picked up after the money has been wired to the customer. Also, we are now purchasing solar equipment or recycling the products obtained from them. These are just some of the many ways we can help. Contact us online, by email, or by phone for your free quote today with no obligation. Go ahead, call today.
We hope you like the show. I'd like to talk about the feelings of the people that, lost their lives, family and all that stuff. I like talking about that, not whether there's a God or not, because I already know there's God. That's something I've been convinced for years. I didn't live like I should, but I still believe there was a God. And I know that if I died in a situation, I'd go to hell. So, you can do what you want to. That's up to you. But right now, we're talking about somebody and some people, some children that went to a camp to have a good time, and all of a sudden, it happened, and their lives were swept away. Nothing nobody can do about it. But today, we can do what we can do for those that lost their families and lost their children. We can ask God to help them bear the burden. We can maybe volunteer to do something for them through all this destruction that happened. It'd be nice if our government would do more research and try to, predict the weather a little better. If our government would do that, maybe these wouldn't happen. But we got to always be prepared for everything that we don't know is going to happen. And whether it's a hurricane, tornado, earthquake, we need to be prepared. Like out in California, they wasn't prepared for that big fire that burnt down all these houses. But we need to prepare ourselves for things that we think can happen, do happen. I've always lived like that. It's like me walking out the door. When I get done with this show, I walk out that door, and any time I expect my time to come, and I will die, and I will go before God. We don't expect these things to happen because we're not looking at it in a way that we should. My children, I never would let my children go off something like that, to a campground or nothing like that. But I have feelings for people, and I believe that people today, if they would be more careful where they let their children go. Parents today, they'll go off and party at night and leave their children at home. A house could burn down and burn them alive. They do this. They do. They run off and leave and put their children in a place so they can go out and have a good time. I know. I've seen it happen a lot. And these things happen. I like to be close to my children. I like to be close to my grandchildren. I like to know. The reason I don't turn my phone off a lot of times, because I don't know when something might come up that I can do something about and help them. It ain't much of a show, I guess you might say, but that's a friend of mine. He come by and he told me he wrote this song, and I told him, well, I can do a show today on this stuff in Texas. And I told him, I said, I'll play that song for you. And he's got a lot of songs he wrote. and he don't publish them. He's got them copyrighted. He said this was copyrighted to BMI. So he does a lot of songwriting. I mean, he never tries to make no money. I don't know why. He's got a great voice. He's got the talent to write great songs. I don't know how I tell him, if you would just give me permission, I will talk to some people I know in Nashville. And that's something else we can do here at the TV station. When you've got a song that's coming out, if you don't have it copyrighted, we can do it for you. Also, we could also do in the future, do some production for you. Shooting a video out somewhere would be easier than shooting it in here if we was doing a song or something. But these people that lost their lives, and they're still finding people that are dead, still finding them. And we don't need to worry about where God done it or Trump done it. See, I even heard that Trump's responsible for it. Biden is responsible for it. That's a lie. Biden ain't responsible for it. Trump ain't responsible for it. It just happened. And my shows are going to start getting better. I'm going to start doing a lot of studies before I do the show. I kind of do things on a wing because I'm so busy somewhere else. I have the understanding and the knowledge to do a show like anybody else on Fox or something, but my voice is kind of not like a, to me, when I hear it, it don't sound like a professional voice because I guess it's my hillbilly slang. But I'd like for everybody that has connections, churches, organizations, whoever you may be, if you go to your closet and you pray, or whatever you go pray, that you remember these people. Still, these people in North Carolina, those people are still having a hard time. Have we forgot them? Have we forgot? See, George Bush said that we'd never forget September 11th. We'll never forget, but everybody has forgot. They forgot because they don't realize how important it is to deport these people that are here. I'm getting off the subject, but things happen. But my point is that happened unexpected, and nobody's responsible for it. It's a part of this world and the nature of this world. Floods happen, all this stuff happens. And it happens because it's part of our life. When you become a Christian, you are not exempt from everything. You got a road straight to heaven if you want it, and then you got a road to hell if you want it. It's your choice. And in America, if it went back to praying like it was, and being, these things wouldn't happen like that. But it must happen. The Bible said these things must come to pass. So, if anybody has any connection to help these people, send money to Texas, I don't have that information here. We're going to we're short-handed here. We need another technician to cover some of the time that we don't get to. So, Jeff is a great guy to work with, and of course you'd have to listen to him. He'd have to learn you all this stuff, or we'd be covering more stuff and doing more stuff and doing it more professional. But I go to work, not just here. I go to work in 2 or 3 different companies. So, and I do that to support the TV station. I mean, if you want to do some advertising, you're welcome, and we can do you a great job. Make sure you get what you want. Getting off of everything, I want you to know that we're going to shoot tomorrow. We're going to have an auction. We're going to do a video on an auction on some many stuff that we're going to sell. We want you people to be sure and tune in. Channel 398 in Chattanooga, Tennessee, covered Saudi Days, parts of Cleveland, North Georgia, Ross area, all of Chattanooga, on cable, 398 EPB. And we're going to have that going on. You got to understand that it takes us time to put together a professional station. We don't want to bore you to death. Maybe I am today, but we want to have something that you want to come and watch and do the talk shows. I do better when I got a guest, and that's why I like to have guests. I do a research on someone, and I talk about them. We have a special guest coming up Wednesday. He's doed all over the world, and you'll be glad to watch this show. That show is going to be good. We're going to do it virtual, but we're going to have some great shows coming up. We're invited a lot of people. All you politicians in the Ringo area, Chattanooga, we'll be glad to have you here. And I think you're scared of me. You're afraid I'll bring something up that you don't like. Maybe that's the way. Or this, maybe you just don't like me. You don't want to be on the show. Well, there's a lot of people I don't like out there, but I still tell them what I think. I give them what I feel. And I ask God to bless them too and help them to rule. You know, we need prayers to help our politicians and they need to do some praying too, to be able to run a country or a city or a nation or whatever. Wisdom of God is better than wisdom of man. And tune in again. If you don't like my show, watch it anyway. You might get something out of it. And if you hate me, keep watching me. You might get to like me. God bless you.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live Show presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, EPB Fiber Optics, or by this network or its management.